heavy down in Mississippi. So, we're rolling southbound, making money, doing what we do. Now, this video is going to be a video that I do not like to make. And everybody that knows me knows it. But this video is to show the difference. To show how a semi with a 5-car can consistently make great money. So there's people that show I made $5,000 this week, I made $6,000 this week, blah blah blah. But that's what they show, and then you don't hear nothing again until the next one. Well, we're getting ready to talk about 2 weeks, $20,000. And I'm going to tell you, my averages with this truck, 85 to 10.5. And it just all depends. Like this week, it's going to be down in the 6s. But the truck broke, got extorted. You know what I mean? Like literally, I'm running on 3 days. I'm working 3 days this week. This truck, the trailer, has gotten me to 2 G's a day, average. So, let's begin. So my, this was a load. This is back 10/9 was the payday. So it was 9/28 to 10/4. Now, these loads are for the end of September because I took time off, and then this is my first week back. So that's why it's back, right? So that week, I ran from my house, Delaware, out to Montana, down to Denver, up to Wyoming, over to Utah. Long hauls is what I did. My gross for that week was $10,393.55. Now, I'm leased on, as everybody knows. So, right now, I'm paying at 25%. It's getting ready to change and go down, but right now it's 25%. It's what I pay. Insurance, everything included. So after that expense, after that percentage, which essentially includes all business expenses, back office wise, paperwork wise, insurance is included in there, all that. It was $77.95.16 is what is my part to the truck, to me. So then on that week, I spent $1,098 in fuel. Really low fuel bill. So after all that, $77.95, take off my fuel bill. Or no, I'm sorry. My fuel bill was $12.96. I was looking at something else. My fuel bill was $12.96, still a low fuel bill. So I made $5,600 after all expenses in my pocket. $5,600. Now, that doesn't include the maintenance. That doesn't include my $700 a month trailer payment. Doesn't include the truck depreciation, the setback, none of that. That is true business expenses minus the little bit of the truck. And as you know, the truck's paid off. So it's a $14,000 truck. So that week, I made $5,600. Okay? Now, let's go to the week before. And I'll post a picture of this stuff up. So now, this week, or no, I'm sorry. That week that I just did, I made a mistake. That was the Utah out to Kentucky, back to Iowa, then home. That was the week I just did. This week here that I'm getting ready to talk about was the first week. This is the Delaware to Missouri, or to Montana, Colorado, and up. Sorry about that. So this week was $10,446 in gross. After all the expenses, the percentage and all that, it's $78.34.65. That's what I put in my pocket before fuel. So now let's talk about fuel. That was a hefty week. That was an $800 fuel bill, but that was pounded, hammered down, motored across the mountains, like heavy mountains. So after all that, I came with $5,800. Again, before the trailer payment and all that. So these are the numbers that I'm making with this semi. You know, and just so people are like, oh, yeah, well you just had a couple good weeks. That's all that was. You had a couple good weeks. Right? It's not consistent, doesn't happen all the time. So let's go to my first week out with this truck. My first week. From 9/8 to 9/12. You're going to see. That's 4 days. My first week out in this truck. I made $6,020. 4 days. 9/8 to 9/12. And if you look at the prices of the loads, like what they were paying, it's obvious they were short hauls. Like, this is the most cars I ever haul. Like, I usually don't haul this many cars. So now, after everything on that week was $4,500. Right? My fuel was $916. So at the end of all that, percentage, insurance, all the back office, load boards, everything included, I made $3,300. So now, what people are going to say, but Hotshot, you bought a truck. You didn't buy a bigger trailer. You didn't change your capacity. You didn't do anything to haul more cars. You're right, I did not. This is what I'm trying to tell people, that it's not about the size of the trailer, okay? I want you to think about this. I was hauling with a Ram 5500 with a 13.5 legal axle capacity. Is that a number set in stone? DOT, can they put me out of service? No. I can legally have 20,000 pounds on that axle, but that's neither here nor there, out the woodwork. So, what is the difference? This is a 34,000 pound rear axle, which means my quality of loads have went up because my weight capacity has went up. I'm no longer not putting pickup trucks in the number one position. I'm no longer not utilizing the best part of my trailer, which are the two ends. You cannot put a crew cab long bed diesel or short bed diesel. You can't put none of that over the head on a pickup truck and not expect any consequences. So when I moved my truck up to this truck, hold on, I'll be right back. So when I changed capacity, it made it to where I can do anything. Like, I don't worry about weight no more. I don't worry about crippling or hurting my truck. And unfortunately, there's a lot of guys on here, even YouTubers, that will tell you, oh, the loads pay the same between Hotshot and full size. No, they don't. It's 100% how you utilize your equipment. Now, if you've noticed, my two biggest weeks there were what? Long haul. Because I can now stack up 5Gs and rock out across country. And it's worth it. When I'm driving my Ram, I could not get enough money on there to do that. If I'm hauling 5 cars at, you'll see what they are, I don't know, 1,000, 13, 1,400. That's 5 G's. In a wedge, that's 3. The time that it takes you to run those loads with the limited amount of cars in a wedge, it's not worth it. Not at all. Like, a wedge, you have to really know how to work a wedge or a hot shot. You have to know where your sweet spot is. Like right now, my sweet spot is no longer 500 to 600 mile runs. That's where you guys' sweet spot are, whether you know it or not. Your 500 to 600, 700 mile runs is where you're going to cake up, make money, and ball out. So, guys, if you're looking at a semi, great. You can make more money. Can a 9 to 10 car make more money than a 3 car? Yes, absolutely. Can it make more than my trailer? It's like a 50-50 shot. The problem with Stingers and 8s and 9s and all that stuff is you have to have the loads together. You can't run a full pick and drop load on a 3 car. I mean on a 9 car. Like, I pick up 5 individual cars. Can't do that on a 9-pack, on a 9 car. You know, it's just too time consuming and don't make sense. So that's where you lose the money by using that equipment, you know? So that's my opinion, my research, that's what I see. And, you know, it works. Like, my numbers speak for themselves. There's nothing to lie about, nothing to BS, none of that. So, guys, that's that. If y'all have any questions, just holler at your boy, hotshotwedge@gmail. You know how to hit us up. And if, I said, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit that ding ding. And I will see you tomorrow.